Okay. Good morning. Blessings to all the angels on the face of the earth. That means good. First of all, let's kick it. Tommy, the gossip. We are so tired of you. I'm not even going to say we. At this point, I'm tired of you. First and foremost, you keep playing this police game and people you think that people's going to jail and all this other. Only person that's going to jail is you. You discriminated yourself numerous times. Yesterday you discriminated. No matter if you took the videos down on or not, we have already saved the videos. We have already sent the videos, but that's not even a point because what you doing and playing with somebody's identity and stealing somebody's identity and putting things in somebody's name and their identity without their consent is a crime. It's a federal charge. So you keep coming up on this internet playing these little police games with your supporters because they're just as naive as you. Let's make it clear, Tommy. You are playing with a force. Not, I'm just letting you know this, and I'm not even going to keep it a secret. We have so many professional people helping Alvo out on this matter because enough is enough. You're taking it way too far. Your obsession for Alvo is way too fucking far now. It's getting out of hand to the point where you're playing police games. You're calling the courthouse. You putting his mother's pictures and houses on it. You're taking his identification, putting it out on the internet. You using his identification, putting things in his name in your house. So Tommy, let me just let you know, we are all fighting with Alvo. Alvo's not fighting this fight by itself because enough is enough with you. You're up on the internet right now talking about Alvo's going to jail. We're going to get a meet and greet when Alvo go to jail for the rest of his life. Alvo's not going to jail for the rest of his life. You can play those manipulation games with your supporters, but enough is enough with you, Tommy. Okay? Enough is enough with you. And I'm letting you know, I'm one of the people that is 100% 10 toes down fighting this fight with Alvo because of the fact that you are a fucking bitter bastard that don't understand and don't want to accept the word no. Nobody wants you. He does not want you. You're going too far. Now you're making a video talking about Alvo's going to jail for what? He didn't do shit for what? He didn't do. He showed an apartment building and a house just like you do. He does, but he don't go overboard. And we're gonna fight this fight with him because we're tired of you. You think you're a bully. You get up here and you play those motherfucking low-minded manipulation games with your supporter, Tommy the Gossip. But you just don't know. You're fighting a battle with a lot of us angels. We're fighting this battle with Alvo because enough is enough. Now it's okay when people get up here and they internet beef and leave it on the internet, but it's gone way too far where you're taking somebody's identification numbers, taking the identity of somebody else and putting shit in his name that goes into your apartment. That's theft. That's a crime. So all this Alvo's going to jail for the rest of his life. No, sir. Your faggot ass is going to jail for what you're doing. And do know that Alvo's not fighting this fight by itself. See, we are his supporters and we are going to fight this fight with him. And we see me. I have a job that works with government officials. I have a nephew that works with the police department that is a police officer. I have all kinds of opportunity to step into this because of the fact that I work with the children of the community. So I have a lot of opportunities to help and be involved with the political people, with the judicial system, with the police force, with the government and the congressmen. So all these games that you're playing on this internet with Apple going to jail and all this shit, you play that shit with your slow ass supporters. But enough is enough where you got to get on a internet and your obsession for some man that does not want you has went too fucking far, Tommy the Gossip. Okay, Tommy Davis, your obsession has went too fucking far. Too fucking far. And now you playing games on this internet, and you're the one that's going to jail. You're the one that's committing all these crimes. You up here sending dick pictures to this young man. You're 30 something plus years of age, and you up here discriminating yourself. So what is he going to jail for? What is he going to jail for? He's going to jail for his misdemeanor. No, he's not going to go to jail for his misdemeanor because we're fighting that with him too. Okay, but let's make it clear, Tommy the Gossip. Enough is enough. When somebody tells you that they don't want to fucking be with your fat, nasty, infested ass, that means no. All this other extra shit that you doing, Tommy the Gossip, is out of hand. It's out of hand. You, SL, David, Black, Blaze, all of you motherfuckers that don't have a life, that get up on the internet and think that you can go so far to play with the police department and then play with somebody's identification, it's enough. Alvo ain't did shit to not near one of you motherfuckers. He said no to you. He does not want a relationship with you. That was almost fucking 3 years ago, bitch. 3 years ago, Tommy the Gossip. 3 years ago, Thomas Davis, and you still obsessed with it. And now you're going to the fact that you taking this young man's identification and doing all kinds of crazy shit with it, and you know you're going to jail. We're not playing with you. The games that you're playing, you're a slow hoe to us, motherfucking giants. Slow hoes like you don't grow, Tommy the Gossip. That's why you're so fucking bitter right now. That's why you're bitter right now. But let you know this clearly. You and your fucking dried up supporters, y'all slower than a motherfucker. Y'all uneducated. You're trying to steal all my words and you don't even know what the fuck that means. But I'm going to tell you something. You're very uneducated and you're playing with the wrong fucking crew. Okay. And like I tell you, I work in the public, in society, with children that goes through all kinds of shit like this. So my nonprofit organization and my connection to the community will tell you that the next time you think that you're going to get up here and do the things that you do, you're going to think twice about it, Tommy, because it's past your viewers. It's past you having a platform. You are now playing with people's lives. You're taking people's identification. You're playing with people's mother. Your mother's dead as fuck in a cold ass cemetery, okay, that you don't never go put flowers on her fucking grave. You're a menace to society and you're a nuisance to the motherfucking internet. Okay, so all the games that you're playing, we already got police force, we got the court systems, we got all these people that you're trying to tell. Oh, Kevin, you by the way, you using this bondsman for Shamar doing this, Shamar doing that. First and foremost, you don't even know Alvo's address. Okay, let's make that fucking clear. You slow ass bed bug face looking Gary Coleman looking motherfucker. You don't know shit about this young man only from when he was left his identifications information at your house when he stayed there. That does not give you the right to do what you're doing with his identification. Second of all, as far as his bondsmen go, you slow hoes that don't know the law. The more you fucking complain and the more the fuck you keep harassing a bondsman, he's going to start checking into you. What is your fucking motive? And second of all, let's make this very clear, Tommy the Gossip. Shamar don't have no clue on what's going on. You're the one that's trying to somebody did this, did that. And Shamar's already in enough trouble of his own. Shamar's trying to get his life together. But let's make this clear. That bondsman can't do shit to Alvo. Nothing, not a goddamn thing could he do to Alvo unless Alvo don't show up in court. But as far as Alvo doing what he's doing, living his life in Houston, that bondsman can't do shit to him, no matter what you say. And all the calls that you're calling, they are being recorded, not just only to him, but to the court system, so they can see how much harassment you have been doing to this bondsman and about this man, which is Alvo. Okay. Second of all, Alvo got powerful people such as myself and other powerful supporters that are involved in their community that's fighting this fight with Alvo. You heard of NAACP? Well, we got people like that standing behind all of this because cyberbullying is totally against the law. You're so obsessed with Alvo because Alvo does not want you, have told you many of times that he doesn't want you. You still carrying on this dried out fake ass relationship that you had with Alvo for the last 2.5 years, and now you have gone too far, Thomas Davis, the gossip, or whoever the fuck you want to be. You have gone too far. And any fool, you ain't got that much power to get somebody $2,000 to beat up on no Alvo. They ain't that dumb to go to jail for a motherfucker herpes infested HIV carrying ass faggot that don't know if he's coming or going, that hate his own fucking skin, hate being in his own skin, Tommy the gossip. See, I don't have to belittle you. You belittling yourself. But as far as you thinking that that you got all this pull about putting Alvo in jail for what? For retaliating on you, for you putting all his information out on the internet. You play too fucking much. So we're gonna show you that Alvo have people like myself that works in the community that goes against bullying, cyberbullying, and the things that you have done that have caused a crime and an investigation that needs to be done, Tommy the gossip. So all these videos talking about my dad's gonna put Alvin there, your fucking father don't even love you. Never mind, put Alvin there for what? He showed the fucking house. So what? So what? You showed his mother house, and what? See, Tommy the gossip, you're playing with fire and you're about to get fucking burnt. See, what you don't know, Alvo has a lot of us fighting with him. See, we don't have to get on the internet and do the little kid and manipulation game to your supporters, because your supporters, they just as naive as you. And I'm going to use these big words because I know your uneducated mind don't know what naive mean. So I'm going to break it down. They just as dumb as your motherfucking ass. Okay, Tommy the gossip. So I'm going to break it down to the language that you understand where we're coming from. We are tired of you. There is nothing that you can do to Alvo that could put him in jail. Nothing. You don't know his address in Houston. We tired of you harassing him on this internet. We got every last video of you been harassing him. Been harassing him ever since he said the fucking word, no, I don't want to be with you. We have every last video. We don't give a fuck about no SL Davis talking about they got out. We got some videos. She got videos of albums threatening you. Bullshit. And first and foremost, he hasn't taken it this far. You have taken it way too far, Tommy the gossip. And I'm just letting you know this march is not only with Alvo. This march is with all of us that has been sent here to destroy demonic demons like you, Tommy the gossip. Okay, this fight is out of Alvo's here. Alvo could tell me today not to do anything. I'm still gonna pursue this because I'm sick of you. This is cyberbullying, and what you doing is against the law. So it's out of Alvo's hands. If he didn't, but he does, and he already reported it. Not only did he report it, his mom reported it, and that's what they supposed to do. And not only is he's reporting it, his mom reporting it, all of us that's marching with this march with Alvo has reported this to the Atlanta Police Department. And let me let you know one thing. My motherfucking nephew is on the Atlanta Police Department. So you can play your motherfucking games on the internet, but you're gonna be stopped. This is past, oh, we want to take his platform, we want to take his views, or whatever the fuck you be saying, you uneducated bedbug face infested ass bastard. Tommy the Gossip, enough is enough. I have had enough with you. So let you know this, and your dried up supporters that don't know what the fuck they're talking about, don't know shit about the law, and want to try to get S.L. Davis has been reported also. Let's make this clear. Okay, ever since S.L. Davis has been harassing Alvo on YouTube, she has been reported not only by me. Okay, every time her and Blaze and all of y'all had made videos on this YouTube app towards Alvo in a threatening manner and saying all kinds of crazy shit on this internet, has been reported by me and has been filed not only by YouTube. So this is going to go stronger than what you think. So have been building a case against all of yous. So let's make that clear, Tommy. We've been building cases against all of you. That's why sometimes when you don't see S.L. Davis up here, that's because you two have pulled her platform. Same with Black, because we have been reporting this and been making a case on this. So what you doing, Tommy the Gossip, you just building it more for us. And all these videos that you think that you took down, we have already saved and have recopied them and have already printed them out. We are tired of you. So what you talk about, Alvo's going to jail and you having a meet and greet, do all of that, because what they're going to be doing is meeting and greeting your ass behind bars, because the games that you're playing a game that you ain't ready for. You ain't ready for it. And you definitely ain't ready for the 757, because I'm a powerful Black Jamaican woman that's going to bring you the fuck down, because I'm tired of you. People should have peacefulness, or just able to get on an internet and interact with their supporters, to interact with whomever around the world without being cyberbullying because you can't suck his fucking penis. That's what this is all about. You're that bitter because you can't suck his penis, and you keep trying to drag Shamar. Shamar's not thinking about you. Shamar is trying to find him a place to live. Shamar is trying to get back on Shamar's life. And you keep trying to drag Shamar, and Shamar ain't with none of this. It's you, Tommy the Gossip, that we're coming after. Tommy Davis, we got all of this. We got your information. We know where you live now. We got all of this. So we got all of this, that what we need, what we need to take you down. We got all the information that we need. We got your name, we got your full name, we got your address now, we got your father's place now. So we know what we need to do, because you're uneducated and you're playing with educational minded people over on this side of the fence. On our side of the fence, you playing with educational minded people. So you playing these slow minded elementary preschool game on the internet talking about, oh yeah, I did. We're gonna show you, Tommy the Gossip, that you're a slow hoe, and slow hoes like you don't grow. So you're not gonna get no more motherfucking water to grow. Okay, because enough is enough. This ain't even about views anymore. It's about you taking it too motherfucking far. Too motherfucking far. And see, by you attacking somebody the way you're attacking this young man that's minding his business, he moved away from Atlanta to get away from destructive demonic demons that's infested with AIDS, that just want to fuck and make videos. That's not a life. He didn't want that type of life. Then he tried to do you a favor and pretend, just so you can get your views up and whatever the fuck you be trying to do on the internet. He pretended to be in a relationship with your dry, slow ass, infested ass. He tried to be try to play like he was in a relationship with you. You took it too far to where you manipulated this young man because of the situation he came up out of. You manipulated him. No, you didn't sexually rape him, but you manipulated him. You groomed him because you knew he was vulnerable. He had just got out of prison. So you took him out of a situation that you tried to do the same thing that the situation he was in. So when he said no, he did not want to do this no more. Now this is the outcome. 2 years, 2.5 years, almost 3 years later, you still a bitter soul. You still on the internet harassing this young man. He moved away to get away from the drama, the ignorance, the chaos. He started his whole life over in Houston, and you still harassing him. Still harassing him. So Tommy, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen and angels, God bless y'all. Um, just so you know, this fight is bigger than Alvo now. This fight is so much bigger than Alvo. Alvo could never come to me and say, let me handle this. No, it's past that. And he's not going to do that. And he doesn't even know that I'm fighting this fight with him. But he knows now. He knows now because I am so sick of cyberbullying and people like you that keep constantly cyberbullying to the fact that people commit suicide. People are killing each other up on the internet because of shit like this. Just what over the summer, the Mexican and the black guy in Las Vegas, he shot him right there on the strip because they was bickering on the internet. But you take it, and they took it too far. Now, Tommy the Gossip, you have crossed the line. You have committed crimes on this. You have, since yesterday, you committed crimes. You could take down that picture. We got the picture. We got all the pictures. We got all the videos where you got his ID, show that he got his ID, stating that you got all these things in his name. So this fight is bigger than Avo. See, this is when I say, as a black, proud Jamaican woman and a proud angel of God, where I say is where the community of the black community should stop all this, because this could be your child that they get on the internet and they get cyberbullied, and then your child is committing suicide, or and you know. So this is where not this is where the program is bigger than me, Tommy. This is where the program is bigger than me, because not only am upset and tired of the bullshit and tired of what you're doing, Tommy. Every other angel that's along in this program is just as tired as me. Not everybody is down with the bullshit. It's fun. It's funny when people laugh and play and joke and get off the internet and go about their business, but you're taking it too far. You're taking it too far, and we're going to show. Even if I don't have the fight the fight that I'm fighting with Alvo, I have so much power, and I'm going to show you that you're not going to keep playing these internet cyberbullying, excuse me, games, Tommy the Gossip. Enough is enough. So as far as you getting up here making a video talking about Alvo's going to jail, for what? He didn't do anything discriminating like you have. For what? Alva's been minding his business for the last 8 months, and y'all still tries to harass him. He moved all the way to Houston to get away from you demonic demons, and you still harass him. On the internet, you still harass him. So Tommy the Gossip, as of today, you know this. See this face right here. See this face right here. I'm never going nowhere. I might not get up here every day like you do 24/7, 7 days a week. That's because I have a 9 to 5. I work in my community with children that goes through cyberbullying, runaways that are in predicaments where Alvo came from. And Alvo didn't come from a bad home background. I'm just saying, as far as him being a runaway and living on the streets and became homeless. So I work with kids like that. So I have much power. Okay. And everything and every video that you have put out that has to do with harassing Shamar, fighting Shamar, a handicapped man, harassing Alvo, I have been progressing them, recopying them, building a case against you because enough is enough. Now, yesterday, when you decided that you wanted to give out information, you loose booty mouth, bed bug face ass bastard, I copied everything, everything. See, sometimes when you have a loose booty mouth like you put your own foot in your mouth, and that's exactly what you did. And that's exactly what you did, Tommy the Gossip. So you can be over there telling your supporters all these lies. They're ignorant just like you. Every last person that follows Tommy the Gossip, I said it first. You hear it first from the 757, two up, two down, VA all day. You hear it first from this platform. Every person that follows Tommy the Gossip, you a bastard, you're a demonic demon, and you motherfuckers are very uneducated and you got low self-esteem to follow a demon like Tommy and to think that this is okay. You slow hoes that's very uneducated that never went past the 5th grade, you're going to see that you're boosting Tommy up to put Tommy in jail for at least 10 to 20 years because what he has done and what he has been doing is a criminal charge. Cyberbullying, using people, using Alvo's, not people's, using Alvo's identity and putting things in Alvo's name that's connected to him. And see, he can use Alvo's name and he could try to erase his videos, but all the things that he has put in Alvo's name is connected to Tommy Davis that he cannot erase. And that goes with companies that he has even ordered cable TV, electricity. That goes with everywhere that Tommy infested as Davis has used Alvo's name, and anywhere that it's connected to Tommy Davis is you're going to jail. Period. So you can't erase those documents. See, I'm going to start using political words that you don't comprehend. You cannot erase those documents. And regardless to the fact that you prosecuted your own self yesterday, showing us and telling the public that you got all these things and used Alva's name and all these things and showed his identification makes the case even better. So thank you, Tommy the Gossip, for having such a loose booty mouth that you premeditated all these crimes. Okay, premeditated all these crimes and then blurted out on the internet. Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate that. See, you helped our case. And the point is, cyberbullying is crazy. That goes for any and everybody. This is goes for single moms, single fathers, single grandparents that's raising your children's children and that's still trying to raise your children. This goes for people that has a God blessing soul. This goes for whether I have a big audience or not. This people, my people, this is not about bashing anybody. My platform is not about bashing anybody. My platform is about bringing cyberbullying, such as shit that Tommy the Gossip doing, such as shit that SL Davis do, such as shit that Blast and the other uh uh goofy ass uh bloggers that want to live off of other people. They go too far. It's one thing if you're getting on the internet and y'all just playing around and y'all just you know, the mama jokes, and all right, you get off the internet. But now you're going and you're taking people's social securities, you taking people's identification, you calling people's mama's houses, you putting people's money, you know, it's gone too far. And Tommy Davis, you have crossed the line. You know, I had promised somebody that I was not going to come up here and tell exactly what was going on behind the scene. But no, it needs to be known. Since you felt the need that you wanted to get up here and talk about, we're going to have a meet and greet when Al will go to jail for the rest of his life. Go to jail for the rest of his life. Al is not a criminal. Let's make that motherfucker clear. Let's make that clear. Alvo is not a criminal. Far from it. He does not have a criminal record. He had got in one fight, went to jail, did his time, came out, got with Shamar. Shamar had a big mouth, telling everybody to pull up. Alvo trying to defend Shamar. This is where this misdemeanor comes in. He's only been arrested twice in his whole entire life. So what is you talking about? This young man is in his apartment, minding his business, living his best life from where God has set him to be at. And you constantly is harassing him and cyberbullying him on the internet because you are obsessed with the fact that Alvo does not want to be with you, Tommy the Gossip. But I just want you to know this fight is bigger than Alvo now because you have people like me, people like 252, North Carolina. You got people all over the whole United States that are on these platforms, and definitely that has been watching this battle between all this because a lot of people have been calling this is tiring. This is tiring. When is this gonna ever end? It doesn't end because Tommy the Gossip keeps going on with it because he's that obsessed with Alva. Every time Alva get up here in his little cute booty shorts and shake his little booty, Tommy goes berserk. Go berserk to the fact that he's sending dick pictures to Alvo, sexually harassing this young man over the internet to the point he committed crimes on this internet. So Tommy the Gossip is bigger than me. It's bigger than Alvo. Okay? People have children who has been bullied on these internets, have their children has committed suicide because of cyberbullying. These children have tried to commit suicide. These kids have been committing crimes because they reenact what they see on the internet, and this is where it stands and to where I have to go all the way to the White House on this. I'm going to bring it all the way to the White House on this about cyberbullying. And thanks to Tommy the Gossip, we got all his videos, every last video he ever made on any platform. We got all his cyberbullying that's going to present our case to the people on Washington, D.C., the Congress, the people, the Meta. The Meta is the people that runs the internet that deals with cyberbullying such as this. We're going to bring all these platforms that Tommy has been on: Facebook, Instagram, not much Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all these platforms that you have made videos about harassing Shamar, fighting Shamar, harassing Alvo. Then thank God, I'm so glad you so stupid that you did that yesterday, and then you try to take all your videos down. It's too late for all of that. It's too late for all that. We confiscated every video you made. Every video you made, Tommy the Gossip. Enough is enough. And I'm just letting you know that this fight is much bigger than Alvo because cyberbullying is the worst thing that it can happen. And you doing this because Alvo said no. No, he don't want to be with you. No, he don't want to see your dick print. No, he don't want to. You sending all kinds of dick pictures and like you were like, are you that obsessed with that? Is first and foremost. Let's make this clear. Anybody with common sense will tell you that if you have even if you're in a relationship with somebody, even though you never was in a relationship with Alvo, but I'm going to use this as when you're in a relationship with somebody and you break up with that person, right? And you want to get back with that person, you don't keep doing devilish shit and you don't keep doing evil shit to that person and think that that person is going to be with you. So you, Tommy the Gossip, feel the need that you want to keep thinking that what you doing, committing crimes, violating crimes, using Alva's identity, trying to destroy this man is going to bring this man back to you. You are sadly mistaken. He doesn't even want to be your fucking friend. He doesn't even want to be your friend. And guess what? See, we making Alvo realize he don't have to come. He could come up here and make fun of you like he did last night, and that was funny and hilarious. But he do not have to discriminate no more on this platform, on his platform towards you. He does not have to discriminate because the fight is bigger than him, and he got us doctors, lawyers, and Indian chief that's fighting this fight with him. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Tommy the Gossip. Since you want to make a video talking about Alva, we're gonna do a meet and greet when Alva go to jail and all this other shit. We want you to think that you're gonna show up and show out when this young man goes to jail. We want you to bring your fat, nasty, infested ass anywhere near that court system and see who's going to get locked up. You might be locked up before that because these criminal charges that you did yesterday on this internet is definitely in effect. You know, yes, they have to do their investigation, but they're not only investigating just that criminal act that you proceeded to do yesterday on the internet, Tommy the Gossip. They're investigating every last video that you have made, not just today, not just yesterday, every last video that you have made on these platforms. They're investigating everything to show and to prove his complaint about your harassment and your cyberbullying is real. So, Tommy the Gossip, you can try to play those slow ass manipulating mind games with your fake ass and your slow ass demonic supporters that are demons just like you. I just want you to know, and I'm telling you this, I want you to know that we're fighting this fight with Alvo, and Alvo got a powerful, when I say a powerful background of people that's fighting with him because of we're sick of you, because it could be anybody else's child that's on the internet just to he could be playing games and or he could be just interacting with teenagers his age, and we got cyberbullying like you on the internet that has their child wanting to commit suicide, wanting to do bad things. So Tommy the Gossip, Thomas, loose booty mouths, infested herpes mouth having ass weirdo, you are starting a battle that you are going to lose. You're going to be under the grave, under the jail by the time we get finished with you. Okay? I just want you to know. So you continue on making your little weak ass videos that you think that you because your supporters support you and they go for any and everything because they're uneducated and demonic minded like you, Tommy the Gossip. Know that Alva's supporters, such as myself and others, are fighting a legal battle against you. A legal battle against you. See, we love Alvo. We know Alvo. I know Alvo and his background. I know his heart. Okay. We know that this young man is not doing anything. He's all the way in Houston and you harassing this young man because he said no, he doesn't want to be with you. But I just want you to know, Tommy Davis, loose booty mouth, bumpy mouth, Alvo is not fighting this fight by himself. He got a lot of powerful people, such as myself, standing behind him because cyberbullying, identity theft is a crime. And thank you for helping us build our case against you. You can't go back in time from when you started on the internet harassing him. You that means you will have to erase all of your platforms. But by the time you do all that, we already got everything. We got everything. And as we speak, you being investigated. All of your videos, not just YouTube videos, every platform that you have been harassing Alvo on have been recorded, recopied, and repasted. Just so you know, Tommy. So play your little internet games with your supporters that likes to hear gossip, that likes to hear drama, that lives in a dark life like you, Tommy the Gossip. On the other side of the rainbow where Alvo lives and Alvo's at and Alvo stands with us powerful angels, you're gonna see enough is enough. And by the time we get finished with you, you're not even going to be able to spell his name. Never mind speak his name. We're going to make sure that you are no longer able to even say his name or look at his name. That's how deep it's going to get, Tommy, for you. So you're playing with fire and you're about to get burnt. I just want you to know that. And I put this video out on this internet because I am sick of you thinking that you can manipulate or play these manipulation games with Alvo, thinking, oh, if I say I'm going to call the bondsman, and you don't, first and foremost, that's what's so discriminating about you that you just don't get. You have no reason, none reason whatsoever to be calling a bondsman about a situation that had to do with Shamar and Alvo. You have no rights. And all the prank calls that you're doing, he not only records it, but the courts records it. You dumb retarded bastard. So first and foremost, you're criminating yourself. Another premeditated thought of yours, contacting a bondsman that you have nothing to do with. Nothing to do with. I don't care if you is his great grandmother of Shamar. You have nothing to do with this matter that has to do with Shamar and Alvo. So you're discriminating yourself again, Tommy the Gossip. See, this is how slow you are. This is how slow you are. But like I said, Tommy the Gossip, Alvo's not fighting this fight by himself. Alvo got powerful people such as myself. And when I got and received your address and your name, I already knew your name because Shamar gave me your full name. But it's not to attack your medical problems, which we already know you're infested. It's to draw these legal documentations against you. So when I get in front of the people that I need to get in front of to take legal action against you, I know your name, I know where you live, and I know where your father lives. So I wasn't asking for your information to get to bully you or to cyber bully you or to do the things that you're doing to Alvo. I asked for your name and address and your father's address to take legal action against you. It's not about coming to the internet talking about I got Tommy's address, I got Tommy's father. No, it's not about that. It's about taking legal action against you. See, it's bigger than Alvo. It's bigger than Alvo, Tommy the Gossip. So you can make all your little videos to your little weak ass supporters that believe any and everything that you saying. You're going down. You're going to jail because what you did was a crime. And it's time to stop people like you and SL Davis and Blast that think that y'all can just keep cyber bullying people and taking people's testimonies of what they put on their platform and putting it on your platform, and you're bullying them, you're saying what you want, discriminating these people's characters. All this discriminating that you have done is going to be on a legal document against you, Tommy Davis. You're going to be, since you want to be the it girl, you're definitely going to be the leader of the pack. We're definitely you, as especially SL Davis, are going to be the leader of the pack because Tommy Davis, all of this is behind somebody telling you he does not want to be in a relationship with you. And this is what obsession is. When somebody rejects you, you don't know how to accept it. So you've been harassing this young man because he refuses to be in a relationship with you. He refuses to even be friends with you. He only retaliates with you is because he enough is enough. He ignores you enough to a point where, okay, bitch, you're not gonna keep talking about my mother and you're not gonna keep saying this. So he retaliates because that's what you want. You don't care if it's any kind of negativity that you getting from this young man, long as he's somewhere involved in your messiness. But see, your messiness has comes to criminal acts, Tommy the Gossip, and now we have been plotting on you from day one. From day one. From day one, since you started harassing Alvo on every platform from day one. And every video you made on YouTube, we got. It's just a point where when I say I stand with civil liberties, NWACP, I stand with these people because I've involved in my community and I work with the children of the community that goes through cyberbullying, that goes through peer pressure in the community. So I'm connected to a lot of these organizations that help things that happens like what you doing to Alvo. We take legal actions on, especially with civil liberties. Okay. So all the children that I work with in the community, my job that I work, my 9 to 5, is helping children in the community so they don't have to feel that they have to be bullied on the internet, bullied in life. They don't have to commit suicide. Parents today are worried about their children being on the internet, following the things that they see on the internet. It's not funny anymore. What Tommy's doing is far from being funny anymore. It never was funny to me. I never found him interesting enough for me to sit and watch Tommy the Gossip and think that he was a funny character or he kept my interest or my you know attention. No. Mm-mm. And I listen to bits and pieces, but I get more of what's going on through the truth of the matter, which is Alvo. I listen to him and I hear what's he going on. Then I'll go and see bits and bits enough to take what I need and leave the rest to discriminate Tommy the gossip even more. But I work with children in the community and with the parents of the community where their children are committing suicide and being bullied by people like Tommy on the internet because they're being forced in relationship, they're being raped physically and mentally, and that's exactly what you're doing. You might not physically be raping the mind of a person. I guess. Um, if you think anything that Tommy the Gossip is doing is funny, you're pathetic. These parents today worry about their children committing suicide and being raped. You might not be raping Alvo physically, but mentally and cyberly, you are raping him. You are throwing dick pictures at him. You just doing all kinds of crazy shit because this man, young man said, "No, I do not want to be in a relationship with you." He ain't beat you up. He ain't stole from you. He ain't blow up your house. He ain't did nothing physical harmly done to you, Tommy the Gossip. Apple did no such thing to you to have to go to the extreme of the criminal acts that you are doing on the internet, cyberbullying, just because he does not want to be in a relationship with you. To the point that you calling other gay men, oh, I'll give you 2,000. Now you don't even have $2,000. Look how you look. Look how you look. Your presence, your character shows that you do not have no $2,000. I'm not even gonna even mention the cheap ass motherfucking furniture you have. Your bed is cheap. You don't even have a whole full bed. You don't have a box spring or mat. You just have a mattress on a bed frame. Like, I mean, I'm not even going to talk to that. That's because that's materialistic things that doesn't matter. What matter is cyberbullying. What you doing, Tommy, is a crime. Parents today that I work with so hard today that is fighting. One parent today is fighting for her child today because of cyberbullying, and her child tried to take her life and is sitting in a mental hospital. This child sitting in a mental hospital because she was cyberbullied. So Tommy Gossip, if it takes every drop of blood in my system, of my body, of my temple that the Lord has given me, and every breath that I breathe, I am going to take you completely down. And it doesn't have to do with uh, being a blogger. You're not being a, a content creator is not harassing people. Being a content creator is not cyber bullying somebody. A content creator creates things about what's going on in the universe. What you are doing is a crime. So I can give two fucks about some goddamn views or what storylines or whatever the fuck you be thinking, but your platform and your face, by the time I get finished with you, will not be seen on any platform. You're gonna the same way they did DJ Academic when DJ Academic was cyberbullying a 15-year-old, sexually cyberbullying a 15-year-old child on the internet, and they completely turned him, took his whole platform away. Same thing they did with Joe Robinson, that big ass gorilla with Slow Bus Charles. Your lunch is ready. Same thing that he did when he was cyberbullying black women and making discriminating comments about companies, beauty product companies. They took their platform. That's exactly what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do. And there's a lot of this, and there's people that don't even know me and don't just know me because of me just making videos like this. And this is not even for views. This is for all the parents, the aunts, the uncles, the cousins that have to deal with people like Tommy, that cyberbullying, and somebody in your family ends up committing suicide because they getting cyberbullied, because they're getting peer pressure. They're being raped mentally and physically by people like Tommy. Tommy's a predator, mentally, physically, and emotionally. He's a predator. Okay, he's in his 30s. Al just turned 25 years of age, and he's been sexually abused by Tommy, sexually manipulated by Tommy. And when he said, no, enough is enough, I don't want to do this anymore, and walked away from Tommy, Tommy's been cyberbullying Alvo ever since. And this goes for every mother and every parent that has to fight and has to make sure that your child is not being cyberbullying and have parental guidance on your child's phone because of people like Tommy. I fight for people like that. That's who I fight for. That's what God put me on this planet for. There's the fight that's supposed to be fought. And like I said, one of my clients' child is sitting up in a mental facility as we speak because 2 days ago she was being cyberbullied and she tried to take her life. And this is crazy, where a victim has to be in a mental hospital because they being bullied on internets by like people like Tommy. But the victim becomes the worst problem, not problem, issue, because that victim has to go through all these mental evaluations and be put in mental institution because they're being cybered bullied by people like Tommy. How many times have we heard Shamar get up on the internet and say that he feels like taking his life because he gets tired of being bullied by Messy Dow and Tommy? How many times we heard that? So it's bigger than Alvo. Yes, Alvo is fighting his fight and doing his criminal charges against Tommy, but it's past that now. When you cyber bully, it's past that now. It's past that now, especially when I'm a person that works in a community where I see children and teenagers and people that's trying to improve their life have to go through mental issues because of cyberbullying that Tommy is doing. My one of my clients' child, I pray for her every day and have to go and make sure that she's okay because you know a child can't get on the net because you got predators. A child can't play their games on the phone with their other friends because you got predators like Tommy. Tommy's a predator, mentally, physically, emotionally. Okay, he's a predator. I don't care what nobody say. He's a predator. He's sexually harassing Alvo by sending nude pictures to Alvo. He's harassing Alvo because Alvo doesn't want to be in a relationship with him. Now, all joking aside, for everybody that ever sees come across my video and you ask yourself this question I'm about to ask the public. What have Alvo done to any of these bloggers that are cyberbullying him or just constantly harassing him? What did he do? Because if you look at it, now you answer that question, but I'm gonna say this: if you look at it and look all of these bloggers, they're recopying all of Alva's contents, posting it on their contents, and talking about what Alvo is doing in Alvo's life, which Alvo's not bothering anybody. Alvo's living his life. He's not harming anybody. His bitterness and his madness with Shamar is between him and Shamar. They was in a relationship. What happened between him and Shamar and their relationship is between Alvo and Shamar. And Alvo has much reason to be angry at Shamar because Shamar is another one that can't stand rejection and couldn't stand the fact that Alvo wasn't going to be his penny goat no more. And Abel wasn't going to stand by and just put himself on hold and watch Shamar make money and Shamar don't look out for him. Shamar's supposed to have paid Abel. Abel was his manager. Abel was his designer. Abel was his teacher. Alva was his medical assistant. Alva did everything for Shamar, and Shamar should have paid him for his assistance. And then for the fact that Alva left him and went to Houston, that's when Shamar felt the need to be uh, uh, pursued into taking his name off a bond. That's between Alva and Shamar. But for Tommy to get in the middle and put his 2 cents in, that's a no-no. What Tommy's doing is too bitter. Alvo never did anything to Tommy for Tommy to go to this extreme to be that bitter just because he said, no, I don't want to be in a relationship with you, Tommy. I don't want to be in a relationship with you, Tommy. Even as hateful and bitter as you be, he says he's not an ugly dude. He could probably be a good person, but he doesn't like you. He still makes comments like that. He's not attracted to you. Tommy the Gossip. Alvo is not attracted to you. But just, I'm making this video just to let you know, Tommy the Gossip, this is bigger than Alvo now. This is way bigger than Alvo. And I don't care what nobody say, nobody do. But enough is enough. This goes for all the parents and family people where if your child ever or somebody in your family ever was bullied on the internet and they committed suicide and harmed themselves or tried to harm themselves or got killed behind the bulliness of the internet, I send all grievance to you. I send all grievance to the parents that have to constantly check their children's phone behind predators like Tommy. And predators like Tommy don't only comes in cyberbullying, they comes in all forms and fashion, as you can see. Tommy is a predator. Sending new pictures, harassing people for their identity is a predator. Is a predator. Constantly harassing somebody is a predator. Tommy is a predator. And Tommy the Gossip, do know this. I will never stop until I do not see you on a platform ever again. So do know Even if Alvo, which I know he's not gonna drop charges, which he should never drop charges. He should never he should never accept an apology from you. He should never he only forgiveness that he has to give you is through Jesus Christ. Is that because of his blessings to come? But he don't have to give you that. He only given it to Jesus Christ. He should never have anything else to say or to do to you but about you. Like his comedy show he did last night, that was hilarious. That's what he continues to do. But as far as Alvo getting up on the internet, discriminating himself like you did or like you do, that is never going to happen because he has powerful people such as myself and others that are fighting this battle with him legally. And it's not even about your obsession now, it's about the legal and the criminal acts that you have been doing on these internets and these platforms towards Alvo, towards Samar. Just it's gonna stop. Just so you know. It's going to stop. This goes out to every parent that your child had got on a internet and they was cyberbullying your child has committed suicide or tried to harm him or herself or is sitting up in a mental institution because of the bulliness that goes on the internet that Tommy do. I've sent grievance to you. I send prayers to you. But Tommy the gossip, it ain't over. It ain't over. And I want you to know it's bigger than Alvo. It's bigger than Alvo. I was gonna interview Alvo to let Alvo I wanted to do an interview with Alvo because I wanted Alvo to show the public who he really is and to speak his truth. But he has already done that. He has already done that. I don't want Alvo to have to keep reliving his past because what he done and what he has uh went through and his past is his past. We cannot change people. I want you to know whatever you went through in your past, you cannot change what's going on in your past or what happened in your past. The only thing that you can change is the steps and the progress that you're going to move forward to the remaining of your journey on the face of this earth. So our struggle and our support with well, it's not a struggle. Our support with Alvo is to guide Alvo in the path that he wants to go. Staying in the house, chilling, watching Netflix, chilling, doing his contents in a positive way. See, Alvo's supporters, such as myself and others, we guide that young man to do bigger and better things. Once his court case is over with, we're guiding him to go on with his life and start concentrating back on the things that he was doing during the winter where he was modeling. We're not going to have Alvo going on platforms to fight for no reason, to fight for any money. He shouldn't have to mess up his beautiful chocolate dip face to fight and go on a platform for nothing. We're gonna guide Alvo in the positive way because we are so tired of seeing our black brothers and sisters dying and killing themselves and getting harmed behind cyberbullying. To make a comment, Tommy the gossip, about you want to have somebody fight Alvo for what? Because he said no, he doesn't want to be in a relationship with you. So this fight is past Alvo. This fight is for all the parents that have to deal with a bully like Tommy when your child gets on the internet and have to deal with a bully like Tommy on the internet where their child hangs up their phone and commits suicide or commit a crime. Enough is enough. it's bad enough that our world was bitter, and thank God for President Trump that's trying to clear the black cloud that was over our world, whether y'all like it or not. He's doing a great job. But to say and to allow somebody to get on the internet to interact with people from all over the world, all over the countries, that you can interact with, and I have people all over this world that I have friends. But to get up here and be able, that's why people are afraid to do their contents, and afraid to get up here and be their self, because they have to put on another image, because you got people like Tommy that's sitting and lurking in the back, being demons, trying to take your information and use it against you. I want Alvo, if you ever hear me or ever you already know how to contact me, but if you ever hear this video, I want you to know, stop explaining yourself to people. You don't owe an explanation to not no human being on the face of this earth, including myself. The only person that you have to impress is Jesus Christ. What you are doing in your life today, Alvo, is because it's a positive thing. You are not doing anything wrong. So you don't have to sit up here and question yourself or your supporter to say, am I doing anything wrong? What am I doing wrong? You're not doing anything wrong, but living your life at 25 years of age, Alvo. You are doing a great job. Most kids don't even live that far because they got cyber bullied by people like Tommy, and they commit suicide. You got parents today that are still grieving about their children committing suicide because you got bullies like Tommy that be on internet. So, Albert, what you do, sweetheart, my brother, my friend, my family, I love you to death with every blood that God gives me, every breath that God's given me. You continue on going down this good path. When you go to court, you got so much positive to show the judge. When you left that dark area of being around demonic demons, that you improved yourself from the 5 months, 6 months that you've been away from Atlanta. You showed the judge that. You showed the judge how Tommy the gossip has been harassing you. You show your lawyers, you show the judge. When you get before that judge, you show the judge how you progressed and became a better person since you left the drama. But what you do show, and don't forget to show, is Tom, every last video that Tommy has made against you, Alvo. When you go to court, you represent that shit to the court to show the judge that you have been cyberbullying and have been harassed and have your identity been stolen by Tommy the Gossa because you left that environment. So not only are you fighting for to stay out of jail, and I know why, and just for the people that don't know, the reason why Al was saying that the reason why he doesn't want to take probation is because when male inmates are in jail, thank you, Michelle Evans. Bless up, Angel. God bless you, Queen. When reason why Alvo is not doesn't want to take probation is because he has to pay. Now I'm gonna school y'all up before I hang up my phone. I'm gonna because I have to charge it, not because I'm not in a good conversation. When a male inmate choose to go on parole or be on probation, they have to pay the Department of Correction to be on probation and parole. That's why Al was saying if they ask him for probation, he doesn't want to take it because he has to pay to be on probation. That's what they do. The women criminals has it better. Not to say I want women to go out and commit crime, but because I'm so involved in the organizations of the children and I've worked with children in the community, and that's my job to know these things for just in case one of my clients of teenagers get in trouble, I have to know the law. But the reason why Al was saying that he doesn't want to take probation if they do choose to give him probation is because he will have to pay to be on probation. But let's make it very clear. This has been 6 months ago. It's a misdemeanor. And it was a misdemeanor to the point where it's not that serious. Okay. And he's been away from that area and that darkness for almost 6 months, almost 7 months now. So by the time he goes to court, it'll be 8 months that he's been away from Shamar and the shenanigans of the dramatic drama that they brought to the table. So when he represents himself and his lawyer goes with him and everything that Tommy has been doing, he brings that to the courthouse. I guarantee you, and that's no lie, that that case is going to be thrown out. When the judge see his progress, that he left from being homeless, that they call, from Atlanta, Alvo left from being Atlanta, being homeless, to moving to Houston, has his own apartment, never late on his lease, furnish his apartment, looking for jobs. A judge is not going to take a person off the street that's doing and changing his life around into a positive way. So as far as Tommy and them keep saying, oh, he's going to jail. No, he's not. No, he's not. And the only reason why he said, and now y'all know the reason why now, why he's saying he doesn't want probation is because and you ask anybody that has a son that's in prison, I can't say woman because women, women clients don't go through those procedures. Women get everything free. But ask your male uh resident of relative when they go to jail. That's why they don't choose to get out on parole and probation no more, because they have to pay to be out on parole and probation. That has to, and they have to find a job and they have to pay the Department of Corrections back. That's why a lot of male inmates decide that they rather max out and do their bid so they don't have to come in the community and have to work a job and try to take care of their family and then still pay the Department of Correction. That's why you always hear Alva say he doesn't want probation, not because his crime was a felony or a class A felony, that he committed a class A felony, that he's a criminal. No, he's not going to accept probation because he doesn't want to pay that, because he has other bills to pay, and I understand that. So now that y'all know the situation, not because he got a class C felony, that's a misdemeanor, and he ran from the police because he got paranoid and he was intoxicated, and he was getting into a fight. So he ran just on impulse, just being intoxicated. That's why it says say no to drugs and not to drink in public. But he was protecting his lover, which was nothing wrong with any of us would have did it. I know if I was walking down the street with my woman or my ex-wife, I would definitely, and still today, if somebody was to bother my ex-wife, I would definitely jump in it. So I get his motive, but you got to remember, all these people that Alvo was hanging around with were way older than him, and they should have been keeping him away from issues and drama. And as y'all can see, the way that he tried to change Shamar's life around, that this young man has a decent heart and has a positive character about himself, because he's wanted to progress and grow in life and become something in life, and he was around demons and negative energy. So he got away from that. So when he goes to court and he brings all this to the courthouse and what I just said, he's going to beat this case, especially the harassment. And that's where he's going to put in where Tommy cannot say his name, Tommy cannot harass him. That's when all of this other stuff that he got charges against Tommy is going to come into action. So Al's not going to jail. And then when that's why I always say, and that's why I always say sometimes it's good to educate the minds of people that don't know the law or people that are going through situations and don't know how to handle situations. That's why I try to clue people on situations such as this. Like if your child is being internet bullied, like Tommy's cyber bullying uh, Alvo, you go to your sources in your community and let them know what's going on so your child don't become a statistic and say my child committed suicide because they got on the internet and they be constantly being bullied, manipulated, and all this other stuff. Y'all see what Tommy's doing now. It's not even funny anymore. It never was funny, but it's just out of hand now. So Melissa Evans, I appreciate you. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Enough is enough. And it could, and the reason why I say this, and it's not even to bash Tommy, it's to stop Tommy. And it's not, and words ain't gonna do it because he thinks because he got supporters and you got ignorant people that watch and follow him, he thinks that it's okay to continue to doing it. So it's not okay, and it's never going to be okay. There's nothing that Tommy can say. He can get up here and make a video saying he's sorry and plays like a victim because that's what he does now. When he sees that his audience, or he sees that people are totally against his dysfunctional behavior, he tries to get up here and tries to act like he's the victim. But everybody knows who's the victim. Alvo is the victim. And he's not even coming up on the internet saying he's the victim. We sees that Alva's the victim. Alva's minding his business, doing what he's doing, minding his business, interacting with every other gay person or interacting with black women, interacting with other people. Alvo is minding his business. He's not doing anything to deserve any of this. So for the parents that have to suffer through the grieving listen, go away, wow, go away. I don't deal with uneducated devils like you. He is a victim, and regardless to have you want to see or not, because a person defends themselves does not make him not a victim. They've been bullying him ever since. And just because of his breakup between his boyfriend is not him being a bully. He broke up with Shamar because Shamar was not being responsible. He was not. You know, Alvo did not harm Shamar. Alvo was trying to bring Shamar to the next level. Let's make that clear. All you people are trying to look at just because he had a bitter breakup on the internet with Shamar does not mean that Alvo is not a victim. Alvo is a victim because Shamar's older than Alvo also and took advantage of Alvo, took advantage of his kindness. You know, Alvo is a victim. You got to remember all these people that Alvo surrounded himself around, including the old man Clue. They're all older than him. They're all 5 years to 7 years older than him. And this was a young man at the age of 18 trying to find his way of being a gay man, trying to come out the closet. You got gay elderly people older people such as Tommy and Alvo and Clue and the rest of the older people that was in his life. He's trying to come out of the closet. He's trying to find who he was. And all these people trying to say that they was there to help him was only there to take advantage of this young man. Okay? So yes, he's a victim. And I'm not sticking up for him because I love him through Christ Jesus. I'm sticking up for him because I counsel children that went through the same thing that Alvo has been going through. I counsel them today. That's what my job is. I work in the community with children. Listen, I don't know about karate. I know karate was a physical, a violent crackhead that took mad advantage of Shamar when Shamar was homeless. What I have learned and seen of Alvo and Shamar's relationship, and what I'm telling you, I've been watching and knowing Alvo since he was fresh out of jail at 19. I think he was 19 or 18, going on 19. Okay, when he was going through a situation, but he was always in a hotel. He ended up meeting an older man that wanted to show him the gay life and help him become comfortable being a gay man. Took advantage of him. Then came along Tommy. Nope, Alvo looked for Shamar because Alvo always made a comment. If you go back and follow Alvo from the time he started his internet presence, you will hear him say he was in a hotel bathroom making a video, and he noticed that I guess Shamar's homelessness and Shamar crying on the phone about Shamar was always crying about they stole his phone and he wanted the people to help pay for his phone. He wanted the public to help pay for his phone. Wow. And I'm talking to you. And Alvo came out of his mouth and say he wanted to find, he didn't even know Shamar. He said, I want to find Shamar. I want to help Shamar out. I want to find Shamar because what people doing to Shamar, that's wrong. That was his first comment. Okay. Now, he ended up, I don't know how he ended up finding Shamar and how he ended up finding Shamar, but the connection with him and Shamar, we see Shamar made that song, You're Not My Friend, You're Not My Enemy. I mean, You Are My Enemy. That's when Shamar became a little bit famous, and people, celebrities, and the public started liking Shamar because they seen Shamar's situation and what Shamar was going through as a homeless person. Okay. Yes, Alvo seen Shamar as a uh, person where he probably could influence himself with. So he gradually got involved with Shamar. Y'all call it clout chasing. I call it protection because his clout chasing was set on the back burner when Alvo put himself on the back burner to help Shamar progress and his career that he was doing. Because you, whether you like Alva or not, whether you like Alva or not, Alvo helped Shamar accomplish every goal that Shamar wanted to make as a rapper. To the point where, wow, I'm talking to you still, where the producers and the manager producers that was doing the bookings for Shamar was calling Alvo. We was on live when a producer promoter call Alvo and ask Alvo, is everything okay? Did he receive the money for Shamar's booking? Did he get all the they made sure they contacted Alvo first. Alvo's was as much as Shamar's manager as any legal manager would take you on as a client. Wow, wow. Okay. So as far as you saying that Alvo saw Shamar as a come up, absolutely. Absolutely. But he put himself on the back burner and put Shamar first and fell in love with Shamar. And then his clout chasing became on the back burner, where Alvo stopped doing his content just to make sure that he was going on every booking with Shamar. And then when he realized, when he asked Shamar, which he was supposed to tell, he asked Shamar, he said, Shamar, I'm going through all these bookings with you. I'm making all these bookings with you. I'm making sure that you could getting all your money. I'm doing all these things. I'm your caregiver and everything else. Now I'm in a crisis where I need help in paying my apartment for my rent. And Shamar declined it. And that's when Alvo realized that Shamar does not love him. Shamar is using him. And so then when Alvo took himself off the back burner and decided to level up, he still didn't disrespect Shamar when he was around Shamar. He waited until he got away from Shamar. So y'all can stop using that. He used Shamar as a come up. He was supposed to write down all the clientels and all the promoters and all the people that he could contact when this demon, he got away from this demon and the dark cloud that he was around and Atlanta. So yes, he was supposed to use all these acknowledgement that he learned dealing with Shamar. Yes, he was supposed to do that. So now, okay, he hasn't been around Shamar in the last 8 months. How is he still clout chasing off Shamar? See, that's where y'all are biased when it comes to trying to pick sides when you know Alvo's good was good. When Alvo was around Shamar, it was good. Shamar was happy. Shamar was clean. Shamar was getting money. Shamar was booking. Ever since Alvo left, all of that stopped. So next time you come to me, while with no disrespect, you got to know the whole entire truth before you decide to pick sides. Because to me, my opinion to what you're saying to me, Wow, is the reason why you're choosing to look at Apple as the bad guy is because of his breakup and his breakup with his boyfriend on the internet. But you're not looking at the bigger picture. Alvo did nothing wrong to Shamar. And Shamar also 2 months ago made a video while Alvo was on live, while him and Alvo both was on live, and apologized to Alvo about taking his kindness for weakness. So sometimes you got to sit back and look at the bigger picture and stop being a follower where you see drama. That's where you follow. No, he didn't steal money. And Shamar said that. Shamar said that Alvo never stole money. But that's not that's where you're trying to that's where you're insinuating evilness, because you if that was the point, Shamar wouldn't have had all these people that you are a follower. You are a follower because you sitting in the comments while saying you don't think Alva stole Shamar's money. No, he didn't. Because if that was the case, how did Shamar go from $8,000 to $60,000? And the people that's around Shamar, that was around Shamar, like Shamar's fake Aunt Seven, that set up the crime to rob Shamar for the $60,000. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, Alvo's in Houston now. Okay, let's go step step farther. Let's leave Shamar in the past because that's his past. He's been in Houston for the last 8 months and he's still got clout, still got clientele, still got celebrities. Alvo still got celebrities hooking him up and waiting for his court date to get over with so he can progress and do positives in life. So just because when you went, let me ask you this, while since you so deep into this, you all into this materialistic thing. Let me ask you this. I don't know if you a man or a woman, but whoever you with right now, say whoever you with in a relationship right now, okay? If your girlfriend was falling or your boyfriend, if you're okay, I'm sorry, I feel sorry for. No, I don't feel sorry for Albert. I love Albert. I bless Albert because he's an angel like me. But let's not get past all that uh first grade elementary talk that you talking right now. Let lig it. Let that go. Listen. Now, if you're in a relationship with somebody and your partner lost their job and don't have no kind of income coming in, and you're the only one that has the job because your partner lost the job. So tell me, you wouldn't carry your partner? Okay, okay, sir. Okay, you're a dude. Okay. So if your woman lost her job and you're the only provider in the household, so would you kick your woman out the house because she lost her job and she couldn't help pay 50% of the bills with you, or would you carry your woman with you until she finds another job? So why I asked you that question is because if that's the case, you clout chasing off your relationship. Because when Alba was in a relationship with Shamar, Alba made sure Shamar had the best as far as clothing, as far as cleaning his body, cleaning his house, cooking, making sure they ate, making sure Shamar was making money, making sure people didn't steal from Shamar, made sure Shamar was being treated appropriately with respect. So you don't see that part, and you don't want to see that part in Alvo, but that was his relationship with Shamar was. And because he had a nasty breakup on the internet, y'all thinking that he took advantage of Shamar, and that's not cool, and that's not true. And no, I don't feel sorry for any human being. I don't feel sorry for Alvo. Why would I feel sorry for a young man that's excellent doing a excellent job progressing from being around demonic demons that was trying to use him for his body and use him for his kindness? Why would I feel sorry for somebody that's progressing? He's an angel. He's an angel. I think of Alvo as an angel. Alvo is set in tribes for young men that have been used and abused in the gay community, such as himself. Um, I'm you see I'm overlooking your elementary comments, right? I look after all people. That's why God sent angels like me to look over people like you. So as far as I gave you enough attention, you could write whatever you need to write. I'm not going down that road because see, when truth is spoken, you got devils like you, Mr. Wild, that are keep commenting about um ignorant shit. You see good in people, but you don't want to see good in people because your heart is such a demon. So I'm not gonna focus on your comment. But what I am gonna say is, Alvo, you continue on doing what you're doing. You're doing nothing wrong, living your life. You don't owe nobody no explanation about what you're doing. You're not harming nobody. You're not committing no crimes, and you're not, and most of all, you're not harming yourself. What you don't have to do is get up here and be cyber bullied by anybody. Everybody's going to have an opinion on you, just like people have opinion on me. They probably think I look like a man. They probably think I'm ugly. They probably think whatever, whatever. But you got to take the good with the bad when you present yourself in a uh present as such as the internet, but you got to also have a tougher skin too, because your haters should make you greater, to make you climb even harder. You should be laughing at haters. What you never do is give haters any kind of energy. So from this point on, you do your contents and your comedy shows about your haters, but what you don't do is indulge in a uh conversation with the haters. Make fun of your haters like you did last night on your comedy show. That was funny. That was hilarious. I fell asleep going laughing at your ass. But Alvo, you a good person. No matter what, you're gonna have haters, but you got God on your side. You have his son Jesus Christ on his side. You have angels like me on your side. You have angels like your supporter on your side. Never ever let a negative comment or a negative demonic demon on the face of this earth bring you any pain in your life. Stop thinking that you're ugly. Stop thinking that you're not doing good. You're doing well. You are a stepping stone for the young gentlemen that are trying to come out of the closet, that are being manipulated, that are being cyber bullied like Tommy is doing you. You are a prime example for them to see how strong that you are as a young man. You continue this battle, and we're going to continue walking this walk with you, Alvo, and we definitely going to continue to fight this legal battle with you about Tommy's cyberbullying you, you know? So, uh, as I have to go and charge up my phone, Alvo, I want you to know I love you. I love you as my brother, as my family member. I love you through Christ, Jesus Christ, and I love you through this battle. And I love the fact that you are still strong enough to know that God and Jesus got you. If we don't have you, if your supporters didn't have you, God has you, because look where God put you. Within 2 months, within 2 months you had an apartment, you had your furniture, you had everything, and you still going on. So don't you ever, Alvo, let any negative person on a internet or in life tell you anything bad about yourself. And the only reason why people throw bad negative energy at you, Alvo, because they see the growth in you and they don't want to see you grow. You continue on growing, my little black brother. I love you to death. You continue on growing, and I'm going to continue on guiding you to growth, to do better things in life than sit on the internet and have to argue with somebody. You continue doing your content, you continue doing your funny comedy, but what you don't do is feed into your haters. You make your haters hate you even more. You continue on to shine. You continue on washing your face, brushing your teeth, getting dressed, going out, doing you. Don't ever let nobody make you feel like the journey that God gave you is wrong. Because the only person that can tell you is wrong is Jesus Christ, Alvo. And just know that I love you. I'ma always love you. And as you can see, I got a hater in the crowd. He's very uneducated. I'm sure he's old enough to be my father and your father. I don't participate in that. I'm gonna pray for this man. His name is Wow Wow. He say he's an Alvo hater for life. God bless you. And if that's the case, and that shows your character, Mr. Wow Wow, that you hate in an image on the internet. So that shows your bitterness, that you don't even know somebody that you hate, a young man that you probably wish that you could be, that could accomplish the things that he has accomplished at the age of 25. You ain't never went to Vegas. You ain't never went to California. You ain't never had a modeling career. You ain't never been on no TV shows as this young man has. So I understand your hatred for me sticking up for this young man, and then the hatred for Alvo being the young man that he is. So we are thankful for your hatred. Thank you. So, as I end my live to charge up my phone and to go about my business, I just want you to know, Alvo, you are loved and you're not fighting this battle by yourself. And God bless all the positive angels. And thank you for listening. You don't have to come to listen to me, but some of y'all do. And I appreciate that. It's not that I'm trying to preach anything to anybody. I'm just stating my opinion on about cyberbullying, and I'm stating my opinion when people commit crimes. That's it. I'm not here to change nobody's uh train of thoughts. That's your own thought. You can either march with God, but you never should march with the devil. And that's my reason for me to do my platform, to tell people to start marching with God and stop marching with the devil. So, with that said, I will pray for everybody except the devils that don't need to be prayed for because there is no change in their lives. And that's the bottom line. And God bless you and have a nice night.